Hello again, friends. We are now going into the 7th week of our greatly altered but necessary lifestyle, and I would like to thank all who have stayed home to help avoid the spread of the COVID-19 around Dayton. It hasn't been easy, but it has saved lives. I want to give you updated information about where the city of Dayton is in its latest response to the virus. As mandated by Governor Abbott, Texas is beginning to cautiously reopen the economy, as is Dayton. Policies are changing week by week, and while we are not yet seeing clear skies, we're seeing a tiny pinpoint of light at the end of the tunnel. In my message last week, I told you about signing a new emergency declaration on April 24th. This past week, I signed another declaration on Wednesday the 29th that once more brings us up to date with Governor Abbott's mandates. Here is where we stand today. We should continue to stay at home. However, this declaration does not prohibit people, of course, from accessing necessary services or obtaining other reopened services. No more than 25% occupancy is allowed in reopened and open businesses. Doctors, nurses, and dentists may return to operation with no restrictions. Allowed, of course, is visiting parks, outdoor activities including hunting and fishing, or engaging in physical activity like jogging and bicycling, and other outdoor sports are permitted with no more than 4 participants, as long as the necessary precautions are maintained to minimize in-person contact with people who are not in your household. I still strongly encourage you to continue wearing face coverings over your mouth and nose when going among the public and into stores. It's an easy thing to do, and it helps protect each other. Send only one shopper into stores. Church services are strongly encouraged to continue distance worshiping, and last week in a meeting with the Dayton Ministerial Alliance, pastors agreed that their services should continue along those practices through May. The city of Dayton will continue keeping its lobbies closed, but all services are being maintained. You can talk to city officials or department heads about any concern or need that you have by phoning or emailing, and that information can be found on the city website at daytontx.org. The community center will remain closed throughout the month of May, and that includes the library and senior center, and all 3 museums in Dayton will remain closed throughout May. Many people are needing haircuts, as am I, and many people are desiring to return to their gyms to resume workouts, as do I. And Governor Abbott says those businesses will most likely open on May 18th. The most recent information from the Texas Department of State Health Services reported that Liberty County now has 45 active cases of the virus, with 21 people who have recovered, but sadly, a second death. We express our deepest condolences to the family. As we continue to inch up in our active case count, the precautions that you are asked to take are still absolutely necessary to protect the vulnerable populations, including the elderly and those with existing health issues. This public health crisis has illustrated how interconnected we all are. We know that we will get through this, but how well we get through it and how quickly we recover for it still depends on the actions of each of us in the days and weeks to come. There's now a local opportunity to get a COVID-19 test administered by the State Department of Health free of charge. The date is Tuesday, May 12th, next week, at the Liberty Fire Department from 9 until 6. There are no pre-qualifying requirements to receive the test, but you must pre-register either by phone or online. The phone number is 512-883-2400. Online, you can register at textcovidtest.org. The test takes only about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm told. It's never been more important for us to step up for our community and each other. Along those lines, I want to give kudos to Jennifer McCracken, who has made and given away over 100 face masks. Thank you for that act of kindness, Jennifer. Thank you to Pastor George Olmstead and the First Baptist Church members who for the past 2 weeks have been working with the Houston food banks to distribute food to over 335 families. Thanks also goes to the Army National Guard for helping distribute the food and to Dayton PD for providing security and directing traffic. Thank you to Pastor Rick Doran and the Eastgate Church members who recently hosted a community drive-through event at their church to hand out treats and greetings and prayers, providing a safe outing for families. Another way to step up for Dayton is by donating blood. As you can imagine, donations are way down. If you are able and you're healthy, you can donate by going to First Baptist Church this Thursday, May 7th, between 2 and 6 p.m. The blood drive will be held in the Family Life Center, located on the northwest corner of South Church and Houston Streets. The waiting area will be in the hallways with appropriate distancing between chairs. While much of everyone's attention is focused on COVID-19, of course, we also need to remember the importance of our 2020 census that's now ongoing. This once-a-decade count of every person living in the United States, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories helps determine the distribution of billions of federal money for local communities. If you received a census by mail, please fill it out and mail it in. If not, you can go onto the website my2020census.gov and fill out the form. Having a full and accurate count for Dayton and Liberty County is crucial to ensure that we receive our fair share of the funding for the next decade. In closing, I ask your continued patience as we adjust to the reopening of our town and economy. Please support our local businesses. They're hurting. Continue taking care of yourself. Stay positive and stay smart when you get out and about. And compassionately watch out for others. God bless you and keep you safe.